Hello, my friends, my family, my community, my tribe. Welcome to the Hippie Moms Podcast. Oh, yeah.
What's up, everyone? I hope you are having a fabulous day. I'm so excited about this podcast. We're going to talk about skin health. And, you know, a lot of people, well, I'm going to get into it, but first, okay. I know, I'm just so excited. But first, I'm going to tell you, we have another sponsor today, and our sponsor today is HempWorks. HempWorks creates CBD products, and my husband introduced me to them about a year and a half ago, and I was super skeptical because I'm always like, oh, just one more thing to take. But I have to tell you, I freaking love CBD. If you listen to my podcast with Sam Shore on medicinal marijuana, we talk a little bit about CBD, the entourage effect, and actually I'm going to do a whole podcast on CBD because I think CBD education, it's important. How do you source it? All the things. Well, I did a lot of research and I chose to take HempWorks after I did my thorough research. But CBD, let me just tell you really quickly, CBD stands for cannabinol, and which is found in hemp plants, and it's one of the many types of cannabinoids found in hemp. So again, there's all these different beautiful compounds in this plant that have medicinal properties. And so CBD is for me, I look at it, it's a supplement for overall health and wellness. It supports a healthy immune system, brain function. It also helps promote a healthy mood. That is a huge thing for me. And it can even improve the appearance of your skin, which we are going to be talking about. So I wanted to tell you a little bit about CBD and HempWorks because one, I love the way that they source. They are super clean, which is huge. I really like the tinctures. Okay, the tinctures are, it's like a droplet and you put it under your tongue and you let it sit there for about 60 to 90 seconds for it to absorb into your blood. And here's the thing, it's not a quick fix. It takes about 2 to 3 weeks for you to start seeing the results and the benefits from it, because what it's doing is it's helping your body achieve homeostasis. So I'm going to actually link, I have a whole presentation and blog post about CBD. So I'm going to link that in this, in the podcast show notes. So if you're curious and you want to learn more, I would love for you to learn more. It's been one of those things that I just feel calmer and more at ease since I've been using it. So I just highly recommend just checking it out. One of the things when I went in to do a lot of the research, so first of all, I heard about it because there was this girl, when I found this article, and there was this little girl called Charlotte Fiji, and she had a really bad and extreme traumatizing seizures. And I mean, she was having like 300 grand mal seizures a week. Isn't that insane? Oh my gosh, I can't even imagine. I don't know what I would do being a mom of having a child with that kind of health issues. But after using CBD, the seizures stopped. And so I learned that scientists believe that CBD helps suppress seizures by slowing down messages being sent to the brain, changing calcium levels in the brain cells, and decreasing inflammation in the brain. So when I kind of learned this, I'm like, wow, what can that do for me? Listen, I love supplements. I'm going to do another podcast about supplements and that kind of stuff. But I'm always looking for natural plant medicine, things that I can do on a daily basis that's just going to optimize health. And as you guys know, I'm on a journey towards optimal health. And it's always going to be a journey. It's always a process. But CBD has been one of those things that I feel more balanced, more calm. I feel just better. And the thing is it doesn't get you high. It's totally different. It has very tiny little bit of THC in it. And this is one thing why I love HempWorks is it uses the entourage effect, okay? The entourage effect is basically, there's over 100 compounds classified as phytocannabinoids. So CBD is just one of them. And so it uses all these other phytocannabinoids and other plant medicine like terpenes, flavonoids, and omega fatty acids, which we're actually going to be talking about in this podcast. So it has all these things. So it's like you're getting the benefit from the whole plant rather than the isolated CBD. Like anything in life, you know, Mother Nature puts things together because it's going to have a more bioavailable, more healing effect than if we start to take it away, right? In labs, we start taking things out and then utilizing that. No, it's called the entourage effect because it works in synchronicity with all the other compounds. So I'm going to link not only my blog post and video, it's like a little presentation on CBD that I put together. I need to redo. It's not that great, but has a lot of great information in there if you're wanting to learn more. Also link if you just want to try HempWorks. Highly recommend the tinctures. They also have other edibles and things like that. So you can look at the products and see what works for you. They also have, before we go into skin health, what I want you to know is there's 4 different ways for you to actually take them. So it's sublingual, like putting it on the tongue with the tincture. Ingestion, so eating that in foods, right? Topical, so putting it on the skin. Inhaling or vaping, which, I'm not totally against. I'm just not a big fan of smoking a lot. And so CBD is something you want to take consistently and for a period of time in order to see the benefits, like I said. So check out the information and let's head into the podcast talking about my 6 healthy skin tips for glowing skin. All right, so let's get into talking about the skin, because I'm going to tell you, healthy skin is a reflection of overall wellness. Our skin is always communicating to us. So not only is our skin the largest organ in our body, it's about 16% of our total body weight, which is crazy. It protects us from the outside world. And it keeps all of our bones and blood and all those, all of the parts of our body, obviously, that we need inside. And it's always letting us know what's going on inside. It's a reflection of how our body's systems are operating. So if you have pimples and zits or rashes, this is simply a symptom, a message from your body saying, hey, something's off. We need to make sure that we're doing what we need to do in order to get things right back into homeostasis, okay? So we have to pay attention to what our skin is telling us. And when we listen to these messages, the symptoms, these little messengers urging us to pay attention and take action, instead of going for like over-the-counter meds or countless and expensive doctor and dermatologist appointments, when we learn how to support our body with what it needs to heal from the inside out, that is where we're going to start to see big changes in our skin. Now listen, the skin is a big thing because not everyone can see our skin, right? It's always out. It's for the world to see. And so the problem is, and I remember when I was a teenager and I was having crazy breakouts, like insane breakouts. And that's what happens. You have a lot of hormones. I remember also when I was pregnant, I would always have these hormonal breakouts. And now listen, I didn't have all this information when I was pregnant. I so wish I did. I was completely ignorant about health and wellness, but that was part of my journey, and that's okay. I mean, you can't really look back and you can't change anything, right? But for me, I was always insecure with my skin. Always insecure. It was blotchy. I had tons of zits. I had rashes on the backs of my arms. And so what I hope that you'll get out of this podcast is, one, looking at your skin and loving it, knowing that these are just simply messengers coming to tell you like, hey, something's out of whack, we need to listen. And this is beautiful because it's an external thing that we can see that can tell us that something's off balance, okay? So, first of all, I want you to just take a minute. Let's take a deep breath. Little sigh. I want you just to realize that there are over 3.7 billion chemical processes happening every second inside our body, maybe more. It's miraculous. And what this podcast is about is just to, one, I want you to be in awe of your body, of who you are right now, right? And I want you to appreciate it and just really see how awesome our body is. We spend so much of our time picking it apart, wishing it was different, but we don't really see how incredible it is. And because the skin is communicating, that's what's so amazing is we can look into the mirror and see these things and say, oh, This is off. Now, the last thing we want to do is, oh, I'm ugly. That pimple's disgusting, right? Instead of just tearing us down, we just gonna say, okay, what are you telling me? What do I need to do right now? And I'm hoping through this process, and what you're going to learn in almost all my podcasts is this is a lifestyle. Like, it's really, taking care of our guts, taking care of our gut health, making sure that we're doing something, some things every day to promote our health and wellness. So many of us are just on autopilot, and we just kind of go about our lives, and then 5-10 years from now, we have chronic illnesses because we've never decided to take care of ourselves, or maybe we didn't even know that was an option. But if you're here, I know that you know that's an option. I know that you know that's something so important to do, and you are so worth it. You're so worthy of living a healthy, beautiful life with gorgeous, glowing skin. And it's never too late. Even if you're 60, 70 years old, these things still apply, and they still will make a huge difference, okay? So we're going to go in, and I'm going to talk about 6 of my top healthy skin tips, okay? Numero uno, drink H2O. Oh my gosh. I talk about this so much. I have a whole podcast on drinking water, okay? It's earlier in my podcast. I can't remember which podcast number it was or episode, but if you go through the podcast, you're going to see it. I highly recommend you checking it out. If you're chronically dehydrated, your skin's going to suffer. And 75-80% of Americans are chronically dehydrated, okay? So most likely you might be one of these. You need to check out my podcast. I also have a blog about how to hydrate every day. It gives you tons of tips and ways to consume more water. I'm going to go through just a few of them so you just know what you need to do, okay? Now first, we need water for digestion, circulation, absorption, and detoxification. And it's primary component of all of our bodily fluids, our lymph, our blood, our urine, digestive juices, our tears, and our sweat. And so we need to make sure we're drinking enough clean water. Now, the thing is, do not drink tap water. I honestly don't even care where you live unless you have like a well that you're testing that you know is super clean. All of the tap water in the country is treated with tons of chemicals. And check this out, this is so freaking gross. Because it's treated, right, after it's from sewage, right, that's cleaned out, it's repurposed. I mean, we're reusing. The thing is the pharmaceuticals that we take, that 70% of Americans take pharmaceuticals, actually get eliminated through their urine. And we don't have filtration systems for that. So a lot of that is stuck in our tap water. So big thing is get a good water system. That's like number one health thing. Number one thing you can do is just get clean filtered water. My filter of choice, I love it, is called the Berkey. It's also on my resources page. I'm going to make sure I put that link there too. It's amazing. It's on top of the counter. It's a big, beautiful silver stainless steel container. On the top, there's filters through this beautiful water. I do recommend you getting the fluoride filters if you do have fluoride in your water, which most of us do. So really quickly, you should be drinking the minimum of half your weight in ounces. For example, I'm 120 pounds. I need to have 60 ounces of water every day on the minimum, just the minimum. Now, if you drink diuretics like coffee and alcohol, so for every 2 cups of coffee, right, you need 1.5 more of that. So you need, instead of 2 cups of, so if you have 2 cups of coffee, you're going to have 3.5 cups of water in order to make up for that, okay? All right, so I'm gonna give this blog post so that you can check it out and you can get more tips on how to hydrate. But you gotta hydrate. I mean, your skin needs water for so many things, and if you want plump, delicious, glowing skin, you gotta drink your water, okay? All right, let's go on to number two. Okay, you ready for this? Eat real food. You're like, shoot, isn't there something I can just take or slather on my body? No, This is the thing. We are a holistic being. You can't just slap some cream on your skin and be like, oh, I'm gonna have glowing skin. That's ridiculous, all right? That's really stupid. And the problem is all these companies, these skincare companies say, I have I have these beautiful, like Aveeno. I saw Jennifer Aniston the other day on an Aveeno commercial, which first of all, Aveeno sucks. There's tons of chemicals and crap in their products. And she's doing this, I can't remember why I was watching it because I never see TV. I can't remember. But anyway, she was just showing how this beautiful, expensive cream, Aveeno cream, is like makes beautiful skin. I'm like, you're so ridiculous, Jennifer. I mean, first of all, Jennifer's what, like in her 50s, and she has beautiful skin. I mean, she's basically a professional body. But no, do you think that's the only thing that she does? No. Do you think she hydrates? Yes. Do you think she eats real foods? Hell yeah. All right. So I'm going to tell you about 6 most important things that you need to be eating with food. Things that are high in antioxidants, and healthy fats and those kind of things. So we'll get into those really quickly. But the thing is that when we eat processed junk foods, it congests our organs and eventually will manifest in our outer shell, our beautiful skin. So the thing that we really need to think about is healthy fats, okay? So first, number 1, fatty fish and fish oil. Wild-caught salmon, oysters, herring, mackerel, anchovies, sardines all provide vital omega-3s, which help fortify skin membranes and protect it from the sun. Yeah, you don't have to put sunscreen on your skin, you guys. When you eat right, your skin is naturally protected. And we need sunshine. A lot of people are like, stay out of the sun. No, you need sunshine. That creates vitamin D, also creating healthy skin. So make sure you're getting fatty fish or fish oil. If you need a good quality fish oil, I'm going to link that also I have a lot of links. I need to write this down, you guys, so I don't forget, okay? So I'm going to make sure. I'm going to link a fish oil. I'm going to do a whole podcast on supplements and give you access to my account that you're going to get huge discounts off supplements because I want to be able to be a resource for people to actually get quality supplements. Do not buy your freaking supplements on Amazon. Okay, I'll talk about that in the next podcast. Okay. Next thing, healthy fats. I could do a whole podcast, which I'm sure I will, on healthy fats. Healthy fats are vital. They help fight oxidative stress on the skin, and our every single cell membrane is made of fat. Okay? I want you to just let that sink in for a minute. So if you're eating shitty, oxidized, processed vegetable oils, very low integrity of fats, your cells are going to be made of very low integrity fats. So just think about that. If you're not getting healthy fats, you're not going to have healthy cells, okay? And so things like flaxseed oil, hemp seed oil, walnut oil, extra virgin olive oil, avocado oil, and coconut oils are all high in ALA. So these are alpha lipoic acid. ALA is the omega-3 fatty acid found in plants and seeds. So again, we need the fish oils, okay? And then we need those beautiful healthy fats from plants, okay? Next thing, highly recommend is green tea. I am a green tea fanatic. Now, the only downfall I have from green tea is it can stain your teeth. But I do floss like crazy and brush, and I use a really amazing mouthwash, which I will share at some point. And so that really helps me with the staining. So that's something to just consider. But green tea is chock full of antioxidants, and these counteract the effects of free radicals that cause damage to cells and tissues. And so antioxidants basically deactivate these free radicals before they can cause us harm. So I love green tea. I drink it every single day. It's just something that I love. So I highly recommend green tea. It's just so full of antioxidants and other polyphenols. These are things that are really good for you, okay? All right, number 4, dark leafy reds and greens. You gotta eat your reds and greens. Most people say dark leafy greens, but reds are very important too. You get the whole gamut of vitamins and lots of antioxidants that again are super skin friendly. So eat these daily. In my gut health, my gut healing cleanse, we do this every day, and I talk about how you can use them. Some really good ones are like broccoli sprouts. If you can grow sprouts or actually buy sprouts, I get sprouts delivered every week. I feel so fortunate to have the access to that. And collard greens and kale and all these things, and you don't have to eat them raw. You can cook these things, all right? So just make sure you're getting your dark leafy greens and reds. Number 5, collagen. I talk about collagen a lot. This is a super trendy supplement. So collagen is the most abundant protein in our body. It strengthens and promotes elasticity and hydration as well. The thing is as we age, we stop producing our own collagen. So this is why we supplement it. It helps supplement it daily, and it really helps our skin, our joints, our hair, and our nails be healthy and strong. I really like, so if you are a pescatarian, you can use marine collagen by Vital Proteins. I also always recommend getting collagen from consciously raised grass-fed pasture cows. Okay, really, really important. I love Great Lakes. That's the one I use. Okay. Number 6 is fermented foods. Now, it's funny, if you are in my gut healing cleanse program, you're going to be like, well, this is pretty much what we consume every day. I'm like, exactly, because we're holistic. I mean, not only is this going to help your skin, this helps your whole body. This is why we're healing from the inside out. This is not a quick fix, you guys. If you want a quick fix, don't listen to the Hippie Moms podcast, okay? Because I'm not about, here's a magical supplement. Now, I talked about hemp, but this is a supplement, a CBD. It's a supplement. These are things that can help you, but it's what you're doing every day that matters, and you've got to nourish your body. Food literally becomes us. So if you're eating low integrity, crappy, processed, easy, cheap foods, that's what you become. If you're eating, foods that are consciously cultivated, full of rich of vitamins and minerals and the very building blocks that you become, that's what you're going to be. So it's pretty simple, but everyone's made it so freaking complicated, right? Okay, so gotta have a little tangent there. I can't help myself. All right, so fermented foods, fermented foods are full of probiotics, and probiotics are what our body needs. It's literally those beautiful little gut bugs that help us digest food, assimilate nutrients, break it down. And in that process, they emit things that are like miraculous little compounds that help us age less. Okay? I'm just going to keep it simple. Probiotics, and these are body-friendly bacteria that help us fight inflammation, increase our skin's hydration. And so kimchi, sauerkraut, grass-fed kefir, low sugar kombucha. This is a big question I get about kombucha. I love GTs. Now I'm going to start making my own again, but I don't know. It's just like one more thing, and eventually I'm going to get into it. But one thing with kombucha is if you're going to go buy it, make sure there's no added sugars, okay? Kombucha is naturally made with sugar, but make sure there's no added sugars in the kombucha, okay? Awesome. All right, number 3 for healthy, glowing skin, stress management. Are you guys getting this? Or do you guys see where I'm going with this? Now, you probably are like, what do I need to eat? Well, obviously I gave you what you eat. What do I need to put on my skin? Well, we're going to get to that in a minute. But we need to talk about stress, because stress has a negative impact on our entire being. And listen, we live in the age of stress. It's insane. It's so insane. And I feel it too. You guys, I feel it too. But we have to manage our stress. It is the main cause of illness in our world today. And it can cause dullness of skin, wrinkles, and premature aging. So it's vital to our entire being, not just our skin, to manage our stress levels and, make stress management a daily priority. I meditate. Okay, I do about 30 minutes of meditation. I listen to meditation music. If I have no one home, it'll just be quiet. I just breathe. I put my feet on the earth. I lay in the sunshine. There's so many ways that you can manage stress. Prayer, just praying, journaling, writing, just doing something that calms your nervous system. Okay, so important. Practice gratitude. This is a big thing, okay? Now stress management. What's beautiful is that twofold is you can move your body as stress stress management. I talked a lot about exercise also in a previous podcast, but I like to call it joyful movement. Find movement that you love. Our bodies are made to move, my friends. If you don't move your body, I'm sorry, but that's a recipe for disaster. Okay, you got to move your body. All right, movement tones the skin. It detoxifies the body. Just move. Carve out 30 to 45 minutes a day for movement. I love to hike and yoga and walk, lift weights. And listen, am I ever like, yay, I can't wait to go work out? No. I mean, there's some things like hiking that I absolutely love to do, but pretty much everything else, and walking. I like getting outside and walking. But everything else, I'm like, ugh, I don't want to do it. And then right when I'm doing it, I'm like, oh yeah, I'm in this. I like it. And then when I'm done, I'm like, God, I'm such a badass, right? Okay, so move your freaking body. Okay, number 5, sleep. Oh my gosh, you guys, sleep. I think this should be like number 1. So we need air, we need water, we need sleep. Sleep is huge. The biggest thing, when you practice all of the above that I've been talking to you about, you automatically help your sleep, okay? Now, I have a really awesome blog post about 11 tips towards better sleep. I'm just going to go through a couple of them kind of quickly, but if you want to dive in more, please check my blog post out. So 1, keep your bedroom cool and dark. This is one thing I've noticed is I put off all my lights. And I have these beautiful salt lamps. I turn them off at night, okay? Turn everything off at night. Make it dark. We sleep about 66 to 68 degrees. That is like perfect. Take a warm shower or bath before bedtime. What's beautiful is when you step out of the water, your body temperature drops, signaling the body it's time to sleep. So that's something kind of cool. Try to be consistent with when you go to sleep and when you wake up. Now, this is a big thing for me over the holidays, which just passed. I was staying up later, binge watching. I was drinking a little more wine than usual. And it just really got me off. And let me tell you, I was an irritable, bitchy mess. I'll just say it how it is. So this one thing, now that I'm back in it, I'm on the cleanse right now, day 3. I feel freaking amazing. I'm sleeping better. I wake up with more energy. It's so important. Minimizing technology, 1 hour before bed and 1 hour after you wake up. Don't just get on your phone when you wake up, and and keep your phone away from your bed, okay? Stay off the phone, because that blue light really messes with your circadian rhythm. Another big thing is make sure you don't eat an hour before bed, okay? Limit caffeine consumption. Oh, get sunshine right in the morning as soon as possible. Get some sunshine. That's going to set your circadian rhythm. So important. Eat good foods, okay? There's a lot more here. Amanda stress. Oh, and the CBD. That really helps sleep too. I always take it before bed. It's amazing. All right. Number 6, last one. If you want more, make sure you go to that about sleep. Sleep is just vital. It's like the 3rd most vital thing that we need, okay? I need a deep breath and a drink of tea. Num, num, num. It's my green tea. I love it. It's so delicious. Okay. Number 6, this is big. Okay, now we're going to talk about kind of the external skin, right? The external amount of, or not the amount, the external part of our skin. Now, before we were talking the insides, what can we do the insides to get that glowing, radiant, beautiful skin? We must rid our lives of chemicals. You got to follow a chem-free lifestyle. Reduce your body's toxic burden is so important today. See, the thing is, our bodies are miraculous, and they're not made to be constantly bombarded and have to detox from all these industrial and petroleum-based chemicals that are allowed in our food and beauty products. Like, this is insane, okay? So, number 1, reduce eating your processed foods that are made from chemicals, okay? That's why we gotta eat real whole food, people. This is what we're going to. Oh, it makes such a big difference. Buy bath, beauty, and household products that aren't full of fragrances, perfumes, and other toxins that increase inflammation. If you ever have a product that has fragrance or perfume listed as an ingredient, toss that, okay? That is a huge red flag. That is a loophole for companies to come in and put a bunch of fucking chemicals, excuse my language, in these products. Then they don't have to tell you what's in them. It's ridiculous. Okay, so there's a website called www.ewg.org/skin deep. I'll put the link in the show notes, and you can begin researching the products you use. I recommend this in a lot of my podcasts. Go there, put in the products. Put in Windex. I dare you. Put in Ajax, right? Put in Aveeno skin cream. All right. Start looking at how toxic your products are. They put them on a scale from 1 to 10, 10 being most toxic, 1 being not. You want to stay in the 0 to 1 to 2, okay? You don't want to be at the 10. And especially because we're always putting products on our body, right? You got to make sure it's clean. If you're not going to eat it, do not put it on your body, okay? All right. And I'm always here as someone to help you and guide you, okay? I just want you to know that you're not in this alone. And if you're not in our Hippie Mom community on Facebook, you must be there. It's an amazing community, and we talk about all these things, and it's great because you can be like, what kind of deodorant do you like? And hey, what do you guys think about this? And how do you do this? Blah, blah, blah. It's just a great resource, and you get a lot of different perspectives from moms that are on this holistic-minded lifestyle, right? So if kind of closing this out, if you can kind of see that this is about living a healthy lifestyle. There's no quick fix to beautiful skin. I'm sorry. I mean, now listen, are there amazing different types of medical processes you can go through for beautiful skin, like chemical peels and there's all sorts of things. Some of them aren't coming to me. Even like dermaplane and things like that, using skin masks, like those are all great. I highly recommend. If you want to do those things, that's fine. Of course, the chemical peels, they are full of chemicals. If you're going to be doing some sort of medical procedure for your skin, make sure that it's not really harmful for your ecosystem, your body, okay? But what we're really talking about is what can you do day to day to help your skin? And this is one thing, like I just noticed in my life, like I used to have the dullest, like disgusting skin. I hated my skin. Then I started loving it and I started changing my lifestyle, and now it's just like it just glows. It really does. I'm gonna definitely do a podcast talking about my skincare routine and things like that, of things that you can use topically that are more natural. But if you're gonna do anything, start with the basics, start with the foundations that we're talking about here, because that is what's gonna make the biggest difference. Now, if you're just like, oh my gosh, I don't even know where to start, I highly recommend checking out my 14-day gut healing cleanse. Like, it is super inexpensive. You get so many tools, so many resources, and a community to support you. Because this is the thing too, gut health, if your gut is not healthy, you're not gonna have healthy skin. So once we start really implementing and taking care of our gut and really like fixing ourselves from the inside out, or healing ourselves from the inside out, that is what makes a big difference, okay? Awesome. I hope you feel inspired to do 1, 2, 3, or 6 of these things. Like I said, this is a lifestyle and there's no quick fixes here. So if you want a quick fix, sorry, you're not going to get it from me. You're going to get the truth. You're going to get how to actually do this sustainably and how to really do things in your life that really matter, rather than thinking that one little thing is going to be your answer to everything, because it's not, okay? All right, I love you all. Thanks for listening and being here, and I will catch you on the next Hippie Moms podcast. Later.